The arrival of the alien fleet. The sky above Earth darkened as a massive alien fleet appeared in the orbit. It was a sight unlike anything seen before. Thousands of alien ships, each larger than the tallest skyscrapers, hovered ominously in space. Their sleek metallic hulls glinted with eerie, glowing lights. The ships formed a perfect formation, showing their advanced technology and military might. Down on Earth, the mood was tense. In a top-secret military command center, high-ranking officials and scientists gathered around a large holographic display. The room was filled with a buzz of worry and confusion. No one had ever seen such a large and powerful fleet in the history of human space exploration. General Carter, the head of Earth's defense forces, stood at the center of the room. He had seen many threats in his career, but this was different. He glanced at the display, which showed the alien ships hovering silently above. "This is not a drill," he said firmly. "We need to act fast." As the world watched, the alien fleet sent a broadcast to Earth. The message was clear and loud, though the words were strange and hard to understand. A few moments later, Earth's translators converted the alien message into plain English. It was a simple but chilling threat: surrender now or face total destruction. Across the globe, people were glued to their screens, watching the broadcast in shock. Panic spread quickly and governments scrambled to respond. In the midst of the chaos, Earth's leaders held an emergency meeting. They knew they had to respond, not just to protect their planet, but to show that humanity would not be easily defeated. President Martinez, a calm and decisive leader, addressed the world. "We will not bow to any invader. We will defend our planet with everything we have. To the alien fleet, we send this message: we're ready and waiting for you." The aliens, receiving the response, were amused. They had expected a quick victory. Their commanders laughed as they listened to Earth's message. They saw it as a weak attempt to save face. The alien leader, a tall figure with glowing eyes, turned to his crew and said, "They think they can stand against us? Let them try." Meanwhile, Earth's military forces began their preparations. Soldiers, engineers, and scientists worked around the clock to get ready for the fight. Hidden in various locations across the globe, secret weaponry and advanced technologies were brought into action. The world united in a way it never had before, setting aside differences to face the common threat. In the command center, General Carter watched the preparations with a determined expression. "We have a chance if we stay united and use every resource we have," he said. "Our technology may be advanced, but we need to be smart and strategic." Back in space, the alien fleet continued to hover, waiting for the moment to strike. Their advanced sensors detected the frantic activity on Earth, but they could not decipher the full extent of human preparations. The aliens underestimated the resolve and ingenuity of humanity. As the days passed, Earth's defenses were put to the test. The alien fleet made no move to attack, instead choosing to observe. This only heightened the sense of urgency on Earth. Every moment felt like a countdown to the inevitable clash. People around the world followed the news, anxiously awaiting the next move. The alien ships, with their imposing presence, became a symbol of fear and determination. Every report, every update was watched closely, as if each piece of information could mean the difference between victory and defeat. In quiet corners of the command center, scientists and engineers worked on their most advanced projects. They knew that humanity's survival depended on their inventions and preparations. Meanwhile, the ordinary people of Earth carried on with their lives, but the shadow of the alien fleet loomed large over them. The stage was set for an epic showdown. Earth had made its declaration of readiness, and the alien fleet had made its threat. The two sides were now locked in a tense standoff. The fate of the planet hung in the balance, and every day brought a new wave of uncertainty. As the sun set and the first stars appeared in the sky, they were overshadowed by the alien ships. Their presence was a constant reminder of the danger that loomed. People went to bed with heavy hearts, knowing that tomorrow could bring the start of a war unlike any they had ever seen. The alien fleet waited, confident in their power, while Earth prepared with hope and determination. The battle was coming, and both sides were ready for what lay ahead. Earth's secret preparations. The alien fleet hovered above Earth, casting a shadow over the planet. While the world watched and waited, Earth's leaders and military forces worked tirelessly behind the scenes. The stakes were high and every moment counted. In a hidden underground facility, deep beneath the mountains, a team of scientists and engineers was hard at work. The facility was bustling with activity as they prepared Earth's most advanced technology. This place, known only to a few, was the heart of Earth's defense strategy. Dr. Lisa Nguyen, a leading scientist, paced nervously as her team worked. She was in charge of the development of a new type of energy weapon, one that could potentially turn the tide of the impending battle. "We need to make sure this works," she said, her voice steady despite the pressure. "It's our best chance." Nearby, a group of engineers tested the latest generation of drones. These were not ordinary drones, but highly advanced machines equipped with powerful weapons and AI that could make decisions in real time. The engineers ran final checks, ensuring that every component was in perfect working order. The drones were designed to be fast, precise, and deadly. While the scientists and engineers focused on their tasks, the rest of the world was preparing in its own way. Governments had called for global cooperation, and nations shared their resources and knowledge. This was a moment of unity as countries put aside their differences to face a common threat. In a large military command center, General Carter and his team reviewed the latest intelligence reports. The room was filled with maps, screens, and communications equipment. The general's face was serious as he studied the data. "We know the aliens are watching us," he said. "We need to be ready for anything." One of his top advisors, Lieutenant Roberts, pointed to a new set of coordinates on the map. "These are the locations of the hidden weapon systems," he said. "They're spread out across different regions to avoid detection." The hidden weapon systems were a crucial part of Earth's strategy. They included high-powered laser arrays and electromagnetic pulse generators. These weapons were designed to disrupt and destroy alien technology. Each system was carefully placed and camouflaged to blend into the environment. As the preparations continued, Earth's leaders made sure to keep the public informed without causing panic. The media was instructed to focus on messages of hope and resilience. News reports highlighted stories of bravery and solidarity. The message was clear. Humanity was united and ready to defend its home. In a small town far from the chaos, ordinary people did their part as well. Communities organized volunteer groups to support the troops and provide supplies. Families donated food, medical supplies, and other necessities. The spirit of cooperation was everywhere, from the big cities to the smallest towns. Back at the underground facility, Dr. Nguyen and her team finally completed their work. The new energy weapon was ready for testing. The scientists held their breath as the first test began. The weapon fired a brilliant beam of light, cutting through a target with incredible precision. Cheers erupted among the team. It worked perfectly. Meanwhile, General Carter received a report on the status of Earth's defenses. The preparations were nearly complete. The hidden weapon systems were in place, and the new drones were ready for deployment. "We're as ready as we can be," he said. "Now we wait for the next move." The alien fleet continued to loom above, but it had not yet made a move. The silence was tense. Earth's leaders used the time wisely, conducting final drills and simulations. They reviewed every possible scenario and prepared their response. One evening, President Martinez visited the command center to offer her support. She walked through the facility, meeting with scientists and soldiers. Her presence was a source of encouragement. "We believe in you," she said to Dr. Nguyen. "You've done an amazing job." As the days passed, the anticipation grew. The world held its breath, waiting for the inevitable clash. Earth's defenses were in place, and humanity was ready to face the alien threat. In the hidden facility, the final touches were made. The last of the drones were deployed, and the energy weapons were set in their positions. The facility's staff took a moment to look around at their work. They knew that their efforts would play a crucial role in the battle ahead. The alien fleet remained in position, its commanders watching Earth with curiosity and impatience. They had not yet realized the full extent of humanity's preparations. The element of surprise was on Earth's side. As night fell, the command center continued its preparations. The stars above were now overshadowed by the alien ships, but the determination of Earth's defenders shone brightly. Every person involved in the defense of the planet knew the importance of their role. The stage was set for the next chapter in this epic struggle. Earth had shown its readiness and determination. The alien fleet would soon discover the first clash. The tension in Earth's command center was palpable as the alien fleet remained in orbit, waiting for the right moment to strike. Earth's defenders had spent days preparing for this moment. The world was on edge, every person bracing for the inevitable battle. General Carter and his team monitored the alien ships from their control room. Each screen displayed live feeds of the alien fleet, showing the enormous ships silently looming above the planet. The general's face was set in grim determination. "It's only a matter of time before they make their move," he said. "We need to be ready." Suddenly, the alien ships began to shift. They formed new formations, their lights flashing in a pattern that suggested a change in strategy. The command center was immediately alert. The first signs of an attack were about to begin. Dr. Lisa Nguyen, working from the underground facility, received the alert that the alien fleet was preparing to engage. Her team quickly moved into action, readying the advanced drones and energy weapons they had worked so hard to perfect. The drones were launched, their sleek designs cutting through the sky as they headed towards the alien fleet. In space, the alien fleet unleashed its first wave of attack. Massive energy blasts erupted from the alien ships, targeting Earth's defenses. The beams cut through space with incredible force, hitting several of Earth's outer satellites and causing them to explode in brilliant bursts of light. On the ground, alarms blared as the first blasts impacted. Earth's military quickly responded. The hidden weapon systems were activated and the energy weapons fired back. The lasers shot up into the sky, targeting the alien ships with precision. Each shot was calculated to hit the alien vessels where they were most vulnerable. The battle in space was intense. Alien ships retaliated fiercely, their weapons discharging massive energy blasts. The drones, guided by advanced AI, maneuvered around the blasts and engaged the alien fleet. They fired their own weapons, creating a dazzling display of lights and explosions. General Carter watched the battle unfold on the large screens. The drones were proving effective, but the alien ships were formidable opponents. "Keep up the pressure," he ordered. "We can't let them get the upper hand." Dr. Nguyen, from her underground facility, monitored the performance of the energy weapons. She saw one of the energy beams hit an alien ship directly, causing it to shudder and lose power. "It's working," she said, a hint of relief in her voice. "We're making them feel the heat." The alien fleet was thrown into disarray as Earth's defenses held strong. The aliens, who had initially underestimated humanity, were beginning to realize that this fight would not be as easy as they had anticipated. Alien ships maneuvered erratically, their commanders trying to adjust their strategies on the fly. As the first wave of attacks continued, the battle began to shift in favor of Earth. The alien ships, while still dangerous, were suffering significant damage. Explosions and debris filled the space around Earth, creating a chaotic battlefield. On the surface, soldiers and civilians watched the battle unfold. News reports and live feeds showed the ongoing clash, and people everywhere were glued to their screens. The sight of Earth's defenses fighting back against the invaders brought a mix of hope and fear. Back in the command center, General Carter issued orders for a coordinated counterattack. "We need to push them back and gain control," he said. "All units, focus on those flagship vessels. They're the key to their command structure." The next phase of the battle saw a full-scale assault from Earth's forces. The energy weapons fired relentlessly, while the drones performed high-speed maneuvers to outflank the alien ships. The coordinated attack began to turn the tide, as several alien ships were disabled or destroyed. The alien fleet's commanders were frustrated. Their initial confidence was eroding as they faced an unexpected level of resistance. The alien leader, observing the battle from his flagship, barked orders to regroup and adjust their tactics. "These humans are tougher than we thought," he said, his voice filled with anger. As the first clash continued, Earth's forces managed to push the alien fleet back slightly. The battle was far from over, but humanity had shown that it was not going to surrender easily. The initial clash was a victory of sorts, proving that Earth could defend itself against the alien threat. The alien fleet began to retreat to regroup and reassess their strategy. The immediate threat was reduced, but the war was far from over. Earth's defenders knew that this was just the beginning, and that the alien fleet would return with renewed tactics. In the aftermath of the first clash, General Carter and his team took stock of the situation. They analyzed the data and prepared for the next phase of the battle. "We've made a good start," he said, "but we need to stay vigilant. The aliens will be back, and we need to be ready." Dr. Nguyen, back in the underground facility, took a deep breath as she watched the last of the alien ships disappear from view. "We did well," she said, "but we have to keep up the fight." The first clash had demonstrated humanity's resilience and capability. It was a moment of triumph, but it also marked the beginning of a long and challenging struggle. The alien fleet would return, and Earth's defenders were prepared to meet the next challenge head-on. Revealing the big guns after the first clash, the atmosphere on Earth was a mix of relief and anticipation. The alien fleet had retreated to regroup, and humanity had proven that it could stand up to the invaders. However, everyone knew that the next encounter would be even more challenging. Earth's defenders had a secret weapon up their sleeves, and it was time to unveil it. In a top-secret military facility, hidden deep within a mountain range, the final preparations were underway. This was where Earth's most advanced technology had been kept under wraps. General Carter and Dr. Lisa Nguyen arrived at the facility, both carrying expressions of determination. The facility was buzzing with activity. Engineers and technicians moved quickly, setting up massive machines and weapon systems. The air was filled with the sounds of machinery and the hum of energy. It was clear that something big was about to be revealed. Dr. Nguyen led General Carter to a large chamber at the heart of the facility. Inside, the new weapon system was being readied for activation. It was a massive, state-of-the-art energy cannon, designed to be the ultimate tool in Earth's defense arsenal. Its sleek silver surface gleamed under the lights, and its size was imposing. "This is it," Dr. Nguyen said, her voice filled with pride. "The energy cannon has been tested and is now fully operational. It's our most powerful weapon." General Carter examined the weapon closely. "How effective is it against the alien ships?" Dr. Nguyen nodded. "We've designed it to penetrate their shields and cause significant damage. It's our trump card." The technicians worked diligently to calibrate the weapon, ensuring that it was ready for use. The process was complex, involving multiple checks and adjustments. As the final preparations were completed, Dr. Nguyen activated the weapon for a test. The cannon hummed to life, and a brilliant beam of energy shot out, hitting a target set up in the facility's testing area. The target disintegrated in a flash of light. The technicians watched in awe as the cannon's power was demonstrated. "It's ready," Dr. Nguyen confirmed. "We can use it whenever we need to." Back in the command center, General Carter and his team prepared for the next encounter with the alien fleet. They knew that the element of surprise was crucial. The new energy cannon would play a key role in their strategy. The alien fleet, still regrouping from the first clash, had not yet detected the full extent of Earth's preparations. The alien commanders were busy assessing their losses and devising new tactics. They believed that their next attack would crush Earth's defenses. The next phase of the battle began as the alien fleet moved back into position, ready to launch a second wave of attacks. This time, they were more cautious, having experienced the strength of Earth's defenses during their first clash. General Carter watched the alien ships approach from the command center. "Prepare the energy cannon," he ordered. "We're going to show them what we've got." Dr. Nguyen and her team moved quickly to position the energy cannon. The weapon was aimed directly at the approaching alien fleet. As the alien ships drew closer, the tension in the command center was palpable. With a signal from General Carter, the energy cannon fired. A massive beam of energy surged from the cannon, cutting through space with incredible force. The beam struck an alien ship, causing it to shudder and break apart. The destruction was dramatic, and the sight of the alien ship being destroyed in one shot sent a clear message to the rest of the fleet. The alien fleet's commanders watched in shock as their ships were hit with unprecedented force. They had never seen a weapon like this before. Panic spread among the alien ranks as they scrambled to adjust their tactics. General Carter and Dr. Nguyen watched the unfolding battle with a mix of satisfaction and caution. The energy cannon was proving to be highly effective, but the alien fleet was still a formidable opponent. The battle raged on as Earth's forces continued to fight back with renewed confidence. The aliens attempted to regroup and launch counterattacks, but Earth's defenses held strong. The energy cannon continued to fire, causing significant damage to the alien fleet. The battle became a test of endurance and strategy, with both sides determined to emerge victorious. As the battle continued, Earth's forces managed to gain the upper hand. The alien fleet, once so confident, was now struggling to maintain its position. The new weapon had shifted the balance of power, and the tide of the battle had turned in favor of humanity. In the midst of the chaos, President Martinez addressed the world, delivering a message of hope and determination. "We've shown that we're not just defenders, we're warriors. We will fight for our planet with everything we have." The battle was far from over, but the use of the energy cannon had made a significant impact. The alien fleet, battered and bruised, was forced to reconsider its approach. The element of surprise had given humanity a crucial advantage. As the dust settled, the alien fleet began to withdraw. The immediate threat had been repelled, but everyone knew that the conflict was far from finished. Earth's defenders had proven their strength and resilience, but they remained vigilant, prepared for whatever the aliens would throw at them next. The energy cannon had become a symbol of Earth's newfound power and resolve. It was a reminder that humanity was ready to face any challenge, no matter how great. The battle had shown that Earth's defenses were not to be underestimated. The ultimatum. The battle had taken a significant turn with the deployment of Earth's new energy cannon. The alien fleet, once so confident, was now struggling to maintain its position. The alien commanders were facing a crisis, and the situation demanded a drastic response. In the command center, General Carter and his team reviewed the latest reports from the battlefield. The energy cannon had proven to be a game-changer, but the aliens were not giving up easily. The general knew that the time had come for a decisive move. "Prepare a message for the alien fleet," General Carter ordered. "It's time to send them an ultimatum." Dr. Lisa Nguyen, still overseeing the operation of the energy cannon, glanced over with a determined look. "We need to make sure our message is clear and strong. It's our chance to turn the tide even further." In the alien flagship, the mood was tense. The alien commander, a large, imposing figure named Zarok, paced back and forth as his officers gathered around. The damage from Earth's defenses was extensive, and Zarok's patience was wearing thin. "We cannot allow this to continue," Zarok said, his voice a growl. "We must respond with force. But first, we must understand their intentions." An alien officer approached Zarok with a transmission device. "We've intercepted a signal from Earth. They're sending a message." Zarok's eyes narrowed as he listened to the message. The transmission was clear and direct, and it was broadcast to the entire alien fleet. "Attention, alien fleet," the message began. "This is General Carter of Earth's Defense Forces. We have proven our ability to fight back and defend our planet. The time has come for you to make a choice. Surrender now, or face complete annihilation." The alien officers exchanged worried glances. Zarok, though visibly agitated, remained calm. "They are daring us," he said. "But their threat is serious. We must respond." In the command center on Earth, General Carter watched the alien flagship's reaction on the screens. The alien fleet seemed to be in disarray, and the response time was slower than expected. The general felt a surge of hope. Dr. Nguyen stepped forward with an update. "We've received intelligence that the aliens are considering their options. They're debating whether to escalate or negotiate." General Carter nodded. "Let's be ready for both scenarios. Prepare our forces for any eventuality, but continue to monitor their response closely." Back on the alien flagship, Zarok held a meeting with his senior officers. They discussed their options, weighing the risks of continuing the fight against the possibility of negotiating with Earth. "If we continue to attack, we risk total destruction," one officer said. "But if we negotiate, we might find a way to save ourselves and avoid further losses." Zarok's decision was crucial. He knew that continuing the battle could lead to more losses and potential defeat. On the other hand, negotiating could be seen as a sign of weakness. The decision weighed heavily on him. "Send a response," Zarok finally ordered. "We will offer to negotiate, but we will not back down from our demands." The alien fleet transmitted a new message to Earth. The message was both challenging and conciliatory, signaling a desire to negotiate while still asserting their position. "General Carter," the message began, "we acknowledge your strength and the damage we have sustained. We are willing to discuss terms, but we will not surrender without ensuring our survival. Meet with us to negotiate the future of our conflict." General Carter received the message with a mixture of relief and caution. The aliens were willing to negotiate, but the terms would likely be complex and difficult. He turned to his team. "Prepare for a negotiation meeting," he said. "We need to approach this carefully. Our goal is to protect Earth and ensure our safety while exploring a peaceful resolution." Dr. Nguyen nodded in agreement. "We need to be firm but open to dialogue. This could be an opportunity to end the conflict on favorable terms." The meeting was scheduled to take place aboard the alien flagship. General Carter, accompanied by a team of negotiators and translators, boarded a spacecraft and made the journey to the alien vessel. The atmosphere was tense as they approached the imposing alien ship. Upon arrival, General Carter and his team were greeted by Zarok and his senior officers. The alien command room was a stark contrast to the human spacecraft, with its advanced technology and unfamiliar design. The alien leader awaited, his presence commanding respect. "General Carter," Zarok said with a formal tone, "we are ready to discuss the terms of our conflict. Our people are weary of war, but we must secure our future." General Carter took a deep breath, knowing that the next steps were crucial. "We are willing to discuss terms that ensure the safety and peace of both our worlds. Let's find a resolution that benefits us all." The negotiation began with both sides presenting their positions. Earth's primary goals were to ensure the safety of the planet and secure a lasting peace. The aliens sought to guarantee their own survival and avoid further destruction. As the discussions continued, it became clear that both sides were eager to reach a resolution. The negotiations were intense but conducted with respect and a mutual desire to end the conflict. By the end of the meeting, an agreement was reached. The terms included a ceasefire, mutual non-aggression pacts, and provisions for ongoing dialogue. The conflict was not entirely over, but the immediate threat was reduced. General Carter returned to Earth with a sense of accomplishment. The ultimatum had achieved its purpose and a path to peace had been established. The world watched as the news of the negotiations spread, hopeful that the conflict could be resolved without further bloodshed. The epic battle. The ceasefire had brought a temporary calm, but the uneasy peace was about to be shattered. The alien fleet, while having agreed to negotiate, had secretly been preparing for a decisive strike. They had rearmed, regrouped, and were ready for a final confrontation. Earth's defenses, still on high alert, were about to face the ultimate test. In Earth's command center, General Carter and his team were closely monitoring the situation. The temporary peace had allowed the defenders to strengthen their positions, but it was clear that the alien fleet had not given up on their invasion plans. "General, we've detected increased activity in the alien fleet," Dr. Lisa Nguyen reported. "It looks like they're preparing for a large-scale assault." General Carter's face hardened with determination. "Prepare our forces for immediate deployment. We need to be ready for anything." The alien fleet, now fully prepared, launched a massive offensive. The attack was swift and overwhelming. Alien ships emerged from their hidden positions, their weapons firing with relentless intensity. Energy blasts and missiles streaked through space, targeting Earth's defenses with precision. On Earth, the command center erupted into action. Soldiers, pilots, and engineers rushed to their stations as the battle began. The air was filled with the sounds of alarms and the hum of active machinery. The moment of truth had arrived. The alien fleet's attack was coordinated and fierce. Massive energy beams cut through the vacuum of space, hitting Earth's outer defenses. The initial wave of attacks caused explosions and damage, but Earth's forces were ready. The energy cannon, which had proven so effective before, was once again brought into play. General Carter watched the battle unfold on the screens. The energy cannon fired with tremendous power, its beams cutting through alien ships with devastating effect. The cannon's precision and strength were impressive, but the alien fleet was massive, and the battle was far from one-sided. Dr. Nguyen and her team operated the energy cannon from the underground facility. They adjusted the targeting systems, ensuring that each shot was as accurate as possible. The cannon fired repeatedly, each shot causing significant damage to the alien fleet. The alien fleet retaliated with their own advanced weaponry. Energy blasts and missiles rained down on Earth's defenses, causing more explosions and damage. The battle was a chaotic display of lights and sounds, with both sides fighting fiercely for victory. Earth's pilots, in their sleek fighter ships, engaged the alien fighters in a dogfight. The space around Earth was filled with the movement of ships, each one maneuvering and firing in a high-stakes battle. The pilots performed daring maneuvers, their ships darting through the debris of the conflict. Despite the ferocity of the alien assault, Earth's defenders held their ground. The combination of the energy cannon's power and the skill of the pilots made a formidable defense. The alien fleet was pushed back slightly, but they continued their assault, determined to break through Earth's defenses. General Carter issued orders for a counterattack. "We need to push them back and secure our position," he said. "Deploy all available forces and target their flagship vessels." The command was executed with precision. Earth's forces launched a coordinated attack against the alien flagship vessels, targeting their command centers and key systems. The effort was aimed at crippling the aliens' ability to coordinate their attack. Dr. Nguyen observed the effects of the counterattack from the facility. The alien flagships were taking heavy damage, their movements becoming erratic. The energy cannon continued to fire, focusing on the most critical targets. The alien fleet, facing mounting losses and significant damage, began to show signs of retreat. The once confident alien commanders were now struggling to maintain control of their forces. The tide of the battle was shifting in Earth's favor. General Carter and his team pressed the advantage. "Keep up the pressure," he ordered. "We need to force them to retreat and secure our victory." The combined efforts of Earth's defenses and the counterattack caused the alien fleet to falter. Alien ships began to withdraw, their formations breaking apart as they retreated from the battlefield. The epic battle was nearing its climax. As the alien fleet retreated, Earth's forces continued their pursuit, ensuring that the invaders would not regroup and return for another assault. The battle had been intense and costly, but the defenders had proven their resilience and strength. In the command center, General Carter and his team watched as the alien fleet disappeared from view. The immediate threat had been neutralized, and the battle had ended with a decisive victory for Earth. The relief and triumph were palpable, but there was also a recognition of the ongoing challenges. Dr. Nguyen, still working at her station, let out a sigh of relief. "We did it," she said. "The immediate threat has been dealt with." General Carter nodded, his expression a mix of pride and determination. "Yes, but we must remain vigilant. The conflict may not be over, and we need to be prepared for whatever comes next." The epic battle had demonstrated Earth's strength and determination. It was a moment of victory, but also a reminder of the ongoing struggle to protect the planet. The battle was over for now, but the fight for peace and security continued. The final message: the dust of battle had settled, and Earth's forces stood victorious. The alien fleet had retreated, leaving behind a trail of damage and debris. In the aftermath of the epic confrontation, the world was filled with a mix of relief and reflection. The time had come for a final statement, one that would define the future of human-alien relations. In the command center, General Carter and Dr. Lisa Nguyen were reviewing the results of the battle. The victory had been hard-earned, but it had come with a heavy price. The command center was filled with reports, maps, and updates from the front lines. The team was tired, resolute. "General, the alien fleet has retreated, but we need to send a clear message," Dr. Nguyen said, her voice steady despite the fatigue. "This is our chance to make sure they understand our position." General Carter nodded in agreement. "Prepare a transmission. It's time to deliver our final message." Meanwhile, aboard the alien flagship, Zarok and his senior officers were dealing with the aftermath of their defeat. The alien flagship was in disarray, with damage reports and injured crew members filling the corridors. Zarok, although still imposing, looked weary as he addressed his officers. "This defeat was unexpected," Zarok said, his voice carrying a note of frustration. "We need to respond, but we must be cautious. The humans have proven their strength." An officer approached Zarok with a transmission device. "We've received a signal from Earth. They are sending a final message. Zarok's eyes narrowed as he listened to the message. He understood the importance of this communication and knew it would shape their next steps. On Earth, the final message was carefully crafted. General Carter and Dr. Nguyen collaborated to ensure it conveyed both strength and a willingness for peace. The message was brief but powerful, aimed at ending the conflict on a clear and firm note. The transmission began with a strong and confident tone. "Attention, alien fleet and commanders," General Carter's voice echoed through space. "This is General Carter of Earth's Defense Forces. We have faced your attacks with determination and strength. Our forces have repelled your invasion, and we have secured our planet." The message continued, addressing the terms and future intentions. "We have demonstrated our capability to defend ourselves. As a result, we are offering a final opportunity for peace. We propose a formal ceasefire and a dialogue to establish terms for coexistence. This is your chance to avoid further conflict and work towards a mutual understanding." Dr. Nguyen added a note of caution and resolve. This message is not just about ending the current conflict. It is about setting the stage for a future where both sides can find a way to coexist peacefully. We hope that this message will be met with seriousness and a willingness to negotiate. The transmission was sent to the alien fleet and their leaders. As the message reached Zarok and his officers, the alien leader pondered the content. The offer of peace was tempting, but the alien fleet had suffered significant losses. Zarok knew that continuing the fight could lead to more destruction and potentially even more defeat. Zarok convened a meeting with his senior officers. The room was filled with a tense silence as they considered their options. "We are faced with a choice," Zarok said. "We can either continue the fight and risk further losses or accept the humans' offer and seek a peaceful resolution." One of the officers spoke up. "The humans have shown their strength and resilience. Continuing the conflict could lead to our destruction. It might be wise to consider their offer for peace." Another officer added, "Negotiation could also help us avoid further damage and rebuild our forces. It is a chance to reassess our position." After much deliberation, Zarok made his decision. "We will respond to their message. We will agree to a ceasefire and open negotiations. It is in our best interest to seek peace and avoid further conflict." The alien fleet sent a reply to Earth. The message was cautious but receptive. "General Carter, we have received your message. We acknowledge your strength and the terms you have proposed. We agree to a ceasefire and are willing to engage in negotiations for a peaceful resolution." The message was received with a mixture of relief and optimism on Earth. General Carter and Dr. Nguyen reviewed the response and prepared for the next steps. The ceasefire was a significant development, and it was an opportunity to address the broader issues that had led to the conflict. General Carter addressed the command center. "The aliens have agreed to our terms. We now have a chance to negotiate a lasting peace. Let's prepare for the upcoming talks and ensure that we protect our interests while seeking a resolution." Dr. Nguyen nodded. "We need to be prepared for the negotiations and ensure that our terms are fair but firm. This is our opportunity to build a future where both sides can coexist." The world watched as the news of the ceasefire and negotiations spread. The conflict had brought challenges and sacrifices, but it had also shown humanity's strength and resolve. The final message had set the stage for a new chapter, one that could lead to a future of peace and cooperation. As the alien fleet withdrew to a safe distance, Earth's defenders took a moment to reflect on the victory and the road ahead. The battle was over, but the work of building a lasting peace had just begun. The final message had marked the end of one chapter.